Oh, recording. Just a couple more points just to wrap things off. I know it's been long. Apologies about that. I've really tried to slim it down, but I've had a few notes I really wanted to get included, and I've done about 1,000 takes. So, just a couple notes on milestones. So, what I really wanted to do was to leverage some of the sort of inspiration I've had from Arweave and from Newcoin and fuse those two directions. I really do believe that the problem that we're having today in crypto is the fact that we're too obsessed with decentralization almost, and decentralization obsession means that we then form centralized bubbles in ways that we didn't intend. And really, there are times for appropriate centralization. One form of appropriate centralization is decentralized reputation, if that's not a contradiction, but a way of decentralizing sentiment so that we can collectively build systems that allow things to operate more fairly and automatically, as opposed to just from sort of to open up the means for people to partake, basically. And I think that's what we've got, obviously, with Arweave as an infrastructure and with Watts as a mechanism to be able to crowdsource genuine interaction and sentiment, as opposed to the dictation of Mark Zuckerberg or whoever it is that's running the algorithms. So what we can do now with that, so I'm not looking at the camera, looking at my notes to speed this up, is we can have startups train their own machine learning models in order to influence what and create a fairer score. And obviously we can provide house-based, as a community, house recommendation and training models. We can do data airdrops, so we can do airdrops that reflect network value based on what score. And we can dynamically reward the system. So a really cool idea is the idea that we can instill not just sort of user-based application level rewards with this kind of reputation system, but we can do it with on a sort of layer one transaction orientated, for instance, or system level. For instance, you could have a different cost for, or certain providers could layer on top of Arweave to give a different cost for storage based on their reputation or based on their affiliation with a particular community or industry that endorses a certain type of content to be published. Or we could have transaction throughput even be weighted by, or at least weighting out bad actors, and maybe even preferring good ones, or supplementing good ones. And what this means is we can have more dynamic rewards for creative worth on a sort of application layer. People can build in more bespoke systems that celebrate and incentivize certain content being uploaded via a certain brand of reputation. And we can integrate that on chain. So the long-term vision is to have a kind of collective intelligence that feeds in a sort of expanding set of inputs and influences to create a fair and distributed score for how more higher level, higher order system outputs and application outputs could be derived. So hopefully I've indicated with this project the excitement I have with Arweave, the excitement I have with Newcoin, and the potential to do something quite simple, which is plug in two things: storing data, tagging data, universal data license, and using Newcoin and decentralized sentiment analysis, decentralized reputation systems, decentralized creative analysis to build a smarter way to filter through data online and in crypto, so we can build smarter and fairer systems. So I'll leave it there at 35 minutes or whatever. Thanks for listening, and thanks for the hackathon. This has been fun.